Welcome back to Chokitable Media. Where were you when you heard that Abacha died? What were you doing at that time? And what was the mood of the country? What was it like when the news broke that Major General Sonny Abacha just collapsed and died? If you could remember the mood, I think we use that example to judge what may happen to anybody that lives in the world of Major General Sonny Abacha. It was a very tough time because I could remember where I was then. It was jubilation all around. Every part of the country, people were dancing, singing. Everybody was so joyous that the man just, the man left the scene. The antecedent of Abacha, it was strong then. He thought himself to be God. He felt that he has power over everything. Nigeria happens to be in the pocket of Major General Sonny Abacha. They can jump up if they like. He can jump down whenever he likes. You dare not talk about the man with dark glasses. You dare not. It will be as if Abacha is living with you in your bedroom. Many lives were lost through the command of Abacha. Some of them he knew the way they died. Some of them, his henchmen, did the hatchet job of killing Nigerians for him. Do you want to talk about his political ambition? Do you have the example of what we are talking about today? Who the cap fits? Every cap of every religion, every cap of every tribe fits Major General Sonny Abacha. The man came, the man saw, the man lost his soul and lost his life. It is now 27 years ago when this thing happened to Major General Sonny Abacha. For anybody that does good, people will definitely talk about him. Yes, if you don't care, if you do bad as well, people will actually talk about you too. You'll be examined, you'll be touchlighted. They will talk about you. But what is most important is what are people saying about you? Because if you are a good man, you leave a good legacy, people will definitely praise and pray for you. And your, family that you left, prayer will be for them and prayer will be for you. Your soul will be blessed. The same thing, if you do bad, there will be a lot of curses for you the moment you died, the moment you lost the power, the moment you're going to face the punishment of the grave. And that is exactly what is going to happen to you. So, if you love yourself, do good according to the injunction of the religion that you say you follow. Whatever it is that you follow, be you Christian, be you Muslim, be you traditionalist, be you whatever it is, even if animist, please, the instruction in all these books, in all the religion, is for us to do good. What is the legacy that Abacha left? Can anybody point to one? What did he do that impressed anybody? It was a hell of a time living during the Abacha period, Abacha time. Now, 27 years, and we're still counting. People remember him for bad things that he has done. The corruption, the money, the cleaning, the mismanagement. I want you to listen to the report that I'm going to play for you right here. It's been chronicled, and this will be happening every year. I guess so. We'll keep talking about this so that any other people in power today, people that think they have money today, probably they will learn some lesson from Abacha, who is so powerful that can stand before Abacha. But God is more powerful than Abacha. It took him. Abacha did a lot of things. And I will leave you right here so that you can listen to the report from the Arise crew members, what they have to say about him. Do good so that you can always be rewarded with good.
Highlighting the 27th anniversary of the death of Nigeria's former head of state, General Sani Abacha, who died on June 8, 1998, under mysterious circumstances. He was widely regarded as one of Nigeria's most powerful military rulers, whose regime was known for human rights abuses, suppression of dissent, and widespread corruption.
Nigeria is a big lie.
A big lie?
Yes. I want to substantiate my claim of saying Nigeria is a big lie. Please, listen to Tafawa Balewa, Nigeria's first prime minister, in 1948.
June 8 marks 27 years since the death of General Sani Abacha, a career soldier who seized power in 1993 and ruled with an iron fist until his sudden death in 1998. Abacha died at the Aso Rock Villa in Abuja at the age of 54. His death was officially reported as a heart attack. However, rumors circulated that he died from eating a poisoned apple given by concubines. Major Al-Mustafa, Abacha's former chief security officer, debunked the rumors, claiming that Abacha's health began to decline on June 7, 1998, after shaking hands with the security personnel from the late Palestinian leader Yasser Arafat's entourage at the Abuja International Airport. Born on September 20th, 1943, Abacha rose through the ranks of the military, playing key roles in several coups. After the annulment of the June 12, 1993 presidential election, won by the late Chief MKO Abiola, Abacha took control of the country through a military coup. Abacha's rule was marked by tight press censorship and the controversial execution of activist Ken Saro-Wiwa in 1995, which drew international condemnation. He was also responsible for other political assassination, including the execution of Kudirat Abiola, wife of the late MKO Abiola, and businessman Alfred Rowane, among others. Despite criticisms, he established the Petroleum Trust Fund to improve infrastructure and maintain some currency stability. Following his death, investigations revealed he stole billions, much of which has been recovered internationally. 27 years later, Abacha remains one of Nigeria's most controversial figures, remembered for his iron-fisted rule, corruption, and lasting impact on the nation's political landscape.
The interim national government is hereby dissolved. The national and state assemblies are also dissolved. The state executive councils are dissolved. The brigade commanders are to take over from the governors in their states until administrators are appointed. Where there are no brigade commanders, the commissioners of police in the states are to take over. All local governments stand dissolved. The directors of personnel are to take over the administration of the local governments until administrators are appointed. The National Electoral Commission is hereby dissolved. All former secretaries to federal ministries are to hand over to their director generals until ministers are appointed. The two political parties are hereby dissolved. All processions, political meetings, and associations of any type in any part of the country are hereby banned. Any consultative committee, by whatever name called, is hereby proscribed. Decree 61 of 1993 is hereby abrogated.
All right, we know Abacha's name recently resurfaced during the book launch of former military President General Ibrahim Badamasi Babangida, A Journey in Service, where Babangida admitted that MKO Abiola won the June 12th election, Nigeria's freest election. Babangida claimed that Abacha-led forces cancelled the election without his approval, although he accepted full responsibility and expressed deep regret for the annulment of the election 32 years later. Vimbai.
You know, when I saw this, the first thing that came to mind is when I interviewed former President Olusegun Obasanjo, and he was in prison when this happened. And he said, you know, the prison ward came to tell him that the man who put you here has died. He said he refused to believe it. He said, no, this must be a joke. It's not possible. And they had to tell him a number of times before he could believe that, this man had died. And it speaks to sort of the larger than life persona that this man carried. I think it's really important that we continue to retell the story, the jubilation that were on the streets when the news broke. Yes. It's important for people to learn the history, that we're not celebrating this man today. However, we're reminding Nigerians that we can never go back to a country like this again.
Well said. You remember where you were when that news broke, that Abacha died.
There was declaration
we're all out.
of drinks.
30 seconds. So
but you see, my fear is that those that claimed Abacha was tyrannical, now that they have the chance, we are also seeing things like state of emergency being declared and other things in the country that we fought against, that people fought against in the time of Abacha.
All right.
And that's why we should be careful. It has to be said. Abacha today is long gone. The question is Nigeria a lot better? Can we say that truly the high-handedness that happens in government that dogged Abacha's administration is no longer there today? Yes, at least we have freedom. Oji, you couldn't have read this news bulletin in 1997. They're not born any of us were to call him a dictator on live TV. They're not born you were. So at least we have freedom when it comes to speech and everything. But people that still speak freely are still being stifled and arrested by security authorities. And those are the things we should fight against.
Very quickly, I recall writing a couple of articles when he died. And what I recall clearly is that there was dancing in the streets, when he died. Unfortunately, 1 month later, 7th July, I think, 1998, Chief MK Abiola died, also in custody. It was a very difficult period for Nigeria and for Nigerians. And, General Sani Abacha was a dictator. I recall the kind of editorials we wrote on Hastings Kamuzu Banda, the kind of editorials we wrote on Mobutu Sese Seko, so it was in that category. And that says it all.
Thank you for watching. If you're new to this channel, consider subscribing so you won't miss out any of our latest video.